I've been wondering, since EA's added so many new features to the game mode, what happens now at the end of Madden 22 franchise? And today we will find out, because we'll see whenever EA Sports obviously thinks the NFL is going to end, because you'd think eventually maybe the franchise mode has got to end somewhere, like whether it's 2100, whether it's 2200, whether it's 2045, franchise mode has got to come to an end, and today we see what the NFL looks like when that end does come. And honestly, I'm really excited to see what happens, because they added a bunch of new stuff in the franchise mode, cutscenes, Hall of Fame introductions, a way better in-depth viewing experience of what's actually happened the entirety of your franchise. So much stuff we can go over today that we've never done in years past. And I haven't even pressed a button yet, bro. My game's already freaking crashed. Yep, there it goes. You guys got to subscribe for me playing this freaking crap. Come on, trying to hit 1 million subs. Click that button. I gotta restart my freaking Xbox. We're beginning by stepping 10 years into the future to see what the NFL looks like in 2031, and I want you guys to comment below and guess how many times my game's gonna crash before we actually get there. So if you're wondering, it's already freaking crashed twice, so that's actually fantastic. But before we get to the year 2031, let's take a quick listen to a word from today's sponsor. You guys, you're gonna like this one. I would like to give a massive shout out to RexMD for sponsoring today's video. There's no freaking way Viagra should cost $90, and that's why I should tell you about RexMD. RexMD.com has FDA-approved generic Viagra starting at just $2 per tablet and delivered discreetly to your door. The whole process is so simple. You just fill out a brief survey, and if appropriate, you can try a starter pack of generic Viagra, which the kind folks over at RexMD have helped over 100,000 men get generic Viagra from the comfort of their home. There's no copay, there's no doctor visits, and your shipping is always free. If you're looking for generic Viagra, RexMD has made the process just so simple, so fast, and so affordable. Starter packs of generic Viagra are now available for my viewers. As you see the RexMD package right here, let me unbox it for you really quick. Handy dandy little flyer, and here it is right here. The generic Viagra shipped directly and discreetly to your front door. But as mentioned, the starter packs of generic Viagra are now available for my viewers, but you have to go to rexmd.com/RBT. Once again, that's rexmd.com/RBT to get started today. Once again, massive shout out to RexMD for sponsoring today's video. And with that said, let's get into the rest of it. 2031, we finally made it after the game crashing 3 separate times, but looks like first thing I noticed, Kyle Pitts is still a freaking monster for the Falcons, 98 rated 10 years down the line. Now, first thing as a Titans fan, I do want to see what our team is looking like right now. Like, obviously had everything on autopilot, so the CPU was kind of managing the team. It looks like, I mean, obviously we don't have anybody that started with us, but our team looks okay. Nothing great, nothing horrible defensively. Still don't have anybody who started with us, but we look okay on defense. Now, this league history tab are where things turn into adult. The additions to Madden franchise mode. We get to see every Super Bowl since the beginning of the franchise. We'll start all the way at year number 1. We actually had the Chiefs win the Super Bowl 28-9. MVP was Pat Mahomes. No real shocker. We had Zach Wilson and Zaven Collins win the Rookie of the Years. You guys can't see that because my big fat face is in the way. But KJ Wright, that's such a random Super Bowl MVP. Now, 2022, we have the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl again, but the Packers and Aaron Rodgers winning this one, even though Jair Alexander was the Super Bowl MVP. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes won another NFL MVP. Joe Judge was the Coach of the Year. Okay, fair play. Moving on to 2023. Oh, the Chiefs made it to 3 consecutive Super Bowls. 49ers win the Super Bowl this time around. Another corner won Super Bowl MVP. You had Nick Chubb win the MVP. That is wild. 2024, this time you finally have Lamar Jackson win a Super Bowl. He does so with the Ravens over the Saints, 38-10. And the craziest thing of this entire screen is the fact that Aaron Rodgers won the MVP, but with the Buccaneers, bro. Another crazy thing, Urban Meyer still head coach of the Jags in 2024. Obviously doing pretty well if he won Coach of the Year. In 2025, we have the Bengals making it to the Super Bowl, and he have Super Bowl MVP Sam Darnold as the Panthers get it done. If that proved to be true, my God, what a great trade that would have been for the Panthers. And you had CMC, back-to-back running backs winning the MVP. In 2026, you have the Packers without Aaron Rodgers winning the Super Bowl. And it's so weird how many corners have won Super Bowl MVP. Jeff Okudah won it this time around. Lamar Jackson won MVP with the Ravens still. Then you had Urban Meyer win Coach of the Year again, guys, balling out. Now 2027, you have the Chiefs for the second time today win the Super Bowl in the past like 7-8 years. Beat the football team 34-10, and their defensive player win a Super Bowl MVP. Pat Mahomes back to win an MVP. Urban Meyer apparently is the best coach of all time. 2028, the Jags finally made it to the Super Bowl. The Bears win it this time around with another Super Bowl MVP being a defensive player. Urban Meyer, for what, the third consecutive year, wins the Coach of the Year. Josh Allen won Defensive Player of the Year. 2029, you had the Chiefs over the football team again. So the Chiefs winning 3 Super Bowls in the past 10 years. Another defensive player winning the Super Bowl MVP had Lamar. He won the MVP this time around, though. And final year that we've simulated so far, 2030, the Panthers win their second Super Bowl. The Jags lose their second Super Bowl. Another defensive Super Bowl MVP, and Urban Meyer for the 75th time wins Coach of the Year. And Saquon Barkley, as what, like a 30-something-year-old, is winning MVP with the Giants. And I do want to see in 2031 who's the highest rated NFL player. There's multiple 99s. Okay, so a bunch of guys that were drafted, but you still do have guys like Penei Sewell. You have Patrick Mahomes. You have Kyle Pitts. All still 99 rated. Lamar still at 98 with 97 speed. You have Chase Young still in the league. So a lot of guys, Jamar Chase. A lot of players 10 years in, so you can actually see here what players, how good they're going to get throughout their career. Obviously, each franchise will be a little bit different. Trey Lance, Trevor Lawrence, both at 96 rated. So a lot of the superstars that you see in today's NFL still look like they're going to be chugging along 10 years down the line in 2031. There's actually a lot more real players still remaining in the league than what I kind of expected. I want to see, like, at this point, who's like the oldest QB remaining? Baker Mayfield's still starting. He's 36 with the Dolphins, 85 rated still. Josh Allen still around. Deshaun's still around, Joe Burrow's still around, Kyler, and my game crashed again. So with that, we're going to send another 10 years into the future and see if at this point the NFL is still standing. For all we know, the freaking actual world could end by the year 2041. 2040 and the NFL still exists, another 2 crashes, but yet we've made it. I would assume at this point, there's nobody left in the league that is real. I'll confirm that. If we go here, we have a 99 rated on our team, so we've been drafting pretty well, but in the NFL, obviously, a bunch of 99s across the board, but the oldest player currently is 39 rated Keenan Upshaw, not even a real person. It does seem weird and a little lame though. There's a freaking Dalvin Cook right there. But I noticed this previously too. It seems like every player is retiring around like 35 or 36. Like Keenan Upshaw is the oldest guy at 39, 5 years older than the second oldest person in the entire NFL. Seems like that's a big discrepancy. Did that just not change to the year 2041? I swear my life, it just said 2040. Since we're here, I do want to see as well, in your franchise staff management screen, if you go to the talent tree, I'm assuming we should be maxed all the way out. We aren't even maxed all the way out. That's actually quite a shocker. My offensive coordinator isn't even maxed out, so I'm curious. Like, I don't know if these are the same guys that we've had ever since the beginning. But is this showing you that even in 20 years, you wouldn't have all these talent trees maxed out? If that's the case, that's wild. I didn't expect them to be that difficult. I mean, I know some can leave and become head coaches elsewhere, but still. Now, once again, the most important screen, the league history tab. The year 2031, what do you know? The Chiefs once again with another Super Bowl ring, another defensive player winning MVP. Urban Meyer, another Coach of the Year. Patrick Mahomes with a 7,000th MVP. I don't even think Patrick Mahomes has won a Super Bowl MVP yet, which is just stupid. The Broncos beat the Lions this time around. You still have Lamar Jackson winning MVPs. 2033, you have Mahomes win the MVP, but the Bengals finally get a dub. 25-22 over the Giants. I'm assuming there's some sort of glitch in these sims because it's literally a Super Bowl MVP every year is a goddamn defensive player. I can't take it, bros. I can't freaking take this awful game. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes winning the 8,000th MVP. But as I was trying to say, I think it's a glitch in the game that defensive players win the Super Bowl MVP like almost every single time. It just isn't the case in real life. Shouldn't be the case in this game. Now, 2034, the Chargers win the Super Bowl 20-16. Lamar still wins the MVP. You don't have Justin Herbert winning the Super Bowl MVP because it's another defensive player. Now, 20 2035. Jags still can't win. They've won the AFC, what, like 3 or 4 times today? They still can't freaking win a Super Bowl. Yeah, the 49ers winning, I think, their second of the day. Trey Lance actually won, I think, his first MVP. He didn't win Super Bowl MVP. 2036, the Bengals win another one, and Lamar winning another MVP. The Cardinals made it for the first time. 2037, the Bills get it done over the Eagles. 24-17, Cliff Kingsbury still with the Cardinals, apparently. And this is about the point where no real players are winning anything. Maybe some real coaches still left. 2038, Trevor Lawrence, okay, actually, he wins Super Bowl MVP. This is the first offensive player we've seen in a long time. What's crazy here, though, is the fact that Trevor Lawrence won with the Raiders, so apparently he went from the Jags to the Raiders, and one of the Jags haven't won a Super Bowl. You have the Lions, which is even crazier than crazy, that they made it to a Super Bowl. They lost. And last thing noticed here is the fact that Matt Rule won Coach of the Year, but he's now with the Lions. 2039, there it is. Okay, that's funny. Jags win the Super Bowl, apparently, without Trevor Lawrence. And this was, what, like the 5th time the Jags tried today? 27-21, they get it done. In 2039, Zach Taylor's still with the Bengals. Last but not least, 2040, you have the Lions. Okay, things have got wild over here. And sadly, it does look like no longer Urban Meyer is the head coach of the Jags. End of an era. So some of the coaching changes here. Zach Taylor with the Bengals. You have Matt Rule with the Lions. They've both won 2 Super Bowls. Matt LaFleur's won 2 with the Steelers now. You have Dan Campbell with the Broncos, Matt Nagy on the Buffalo Bills. Sean McVay left LA, went to the Raiders. He's won a Super Bowl. As the Joe Judge with the Chargers, he's won 1. Unfortunately, poor Mike Vrabel, we haven't won 1 yet. Cliff's still there. You can see some of the other coaches. Brian Flores now with the Ravens. Kyle Shanahan with the Panthers. So this stuff is so cool that you can go back and see. Arthur Smith with the Rams. Why don't I have Arthur's picture? Brandon Staley with the Colts, and then a bunch of just kind of auto-generated guys that probably started as coordinators. So I guess what we do now is try sim another 10 years in the future. I don't know if franchise is going to end during the sim. I have no freaking idea. We just have to wait and see. I know for one thing, it's probably going to crash 7 times. So I don't know quite how to take this, but it's been stuck on the simulating 2050 Pro Bowl week, advancing 10 years for like 5 minutes. So obviously it's having problems getting past the Pro Bowl week. So maybe EA thinks the world's going to end at the beginning of 2050, bro. I don't know. Can I at least cancel this? Okay, I can cancel this. Hello? So now I'm simulating the 2051 Super Bowl week. I'm so confused. All I want to do is see where we're at, bro. Come on, let me in the game. A freaking closeout for the 75th time. Let me tell you something, bros. EA Sports does not want you to know what happens at the end of franchise, because this has been a disaster. So apparently this is all that happens. This league cannot be loaded. Please create a new league. You have been returned to the main menu. Is that literally what I spent the last hour and 15 minutes of my life for? Oh. So there was a frame of this shown in the video, but it was glitched out where I was trying to cancel the auto sim and it never actually let us load back into the franchise. But I'm assuming this is just what the screen looks like at the end of franchise mode. It's nothing special. It's just so disappointing. But I guess at least at the end of the day, we've learned one thing today, that franchise mode lasts until the year 2051. I mean, woo. That's why I always say these videos are about the process, not always about the end result, because you never know what's gonna happen, because EA's a stinker. Not my fault, not my billion-dollar company. If you got through that without falling asleep, make sure to subscribe and leave a like on the video if you haven't. If you want to watch more, you can click the screen to watch my previous video. The other one is a video YouTube thinks you would like. Make sure to check out all my other channels, link in the description box below. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz, and become a channel member if you haven't. Got a TikTok too. Just click subscribe and follow on all those accounts. Takes you 2 seconds.